Welcome back to AOH Primetime, and you're in for a real treat now. Two Dan Moshers on one set. We have my dad, the special guest. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
My pitch today is I'd like you to come on as a regular contributor to WAOH.
I would like to do that. I'd like that a lot.
We could talk about all things Akron.
Oh,
I mean, we could go down the whole road of you grew up in Akron. All of us grew up in Akron. You stayed in the area.
yes.
And some of your siblings left the area, but you stayed in Akron, Ohio.
Yes.
And you're glad you did.
I am really glad I did. Because if I left, I'd have to vacation in Akron, Ohio. And so,
Just go back here on your vacation. And who wants to burn their vacation in Akron, Ohio?
well,
Ouch.
you can cut that out.
We will not. No, this is live television. That's part of being a contributor is you have to go on and be ready to just anything you say.
Okay.
That this
And it will be held against me.
which gets more dangerous as we get older. The director over here needs a filter button. No, but now he needs two filter buttons. The filters are gone.
Filters are gone.
Just to set it up for the audience at home, and not to put you on the spot, but certainly if it weren't for you and Mom, there wouldn't be no WAOH television. So we'll get it on record how much I appreciate that you supported my career in television because, as you may remember, I decided I was going to skip college and buy a camera and start a video production company, and you supported it. And now that, my son is launching in life and he said, hey, I want to start a business now, I'm not so sure. Or maybe because I had 5 other siblings, you thought, well, if he goes out and screws it up, I got 5 other shots to get it right. I don't know. But I appreciate it. From the very beginning, you were supportive of my career in television.
Absolutely. You don't remember how you got your first camera?
I do.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to tell the story, I mean, maybe it's different, 30 plus years ago. Maybe it's different in your head now.
It was one of those VHS 8-track or whatever.
Oh, we were talking about the camera we had like when I was like in 5th grade.
You were 8 years old.
I thought you were talking about like
took
the
my
first
camera and never gave it back.
Oh, that is, I became the responsible for the household camera.
Absolutely.
But looking back now, we do have some pretty good home movies.
Oh my God.
Like when we would at Thanksgiving time, we would write sketch comedy. And of course, we're probably watching Saturday Night Live too early in life. But what we do at 11:30 on a Saturday night, we were all watching Saturday Night Live. But all my brothers and I would do these. I would be the director and the camera person, and I would come up with lines for everybody. And occasionally, you got to appear in one of these sketches. And now we have endless hours of home movies.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and how many families do you think have home movies where all the siblings and family members were acting out scenes and
Absolutely. Including the dogs.
the dogs had
They had
lines and all the neighbor kids were in it, and we should really post those on YouTube. So wrapping up, when you think about the days where I had my first camera, and the very first studio that we had was in the back of the family business, Mosher Medical, and we had a television studio, and the original WAOH television was TV 29 out in Kent.
Oh, yeah.
And we produced shows in the back warehouse that aired on the original WAOH in 1992, 93.
Oh my gosh.
Think about how long we've been doing local television.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And when you think about we had the video toaster, and anybody that's in video production remembers, this is in 1993. We spent $6,000 on a computer. So I'm probably 18 or 19, and I say, okay, I need a $6,000 computer in order to edit video. And you couldn't actually edit video on it. All you could do was make the graphics.
Oh, right.
$6,000 so that you could put a graphic on the screen that was superimposed over a piece of video.
Right.
And that now I'm getting into nerd stories. But the fun of when I first got a camera, and then we would go in, and of course you were in orthopedics,
Mhm.
and I would videotape surgeries.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, we've got stories about that. There's not enough time.
There's not enough time, but I
those stories.
became a medical videographer,
Yes, absolutely.
and that was a lot of fun. See, we're just taking you back. It all started in the back of a warehouse on Commerce Drive in Stowe.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah.
See, now because I skipped college, now I did, of course, 10 years at the University of Akron. I
Mhm.
have 48 credits, so I'm a sophomore. So most of the staff that works for our show and our production business have far more education than I do. But it was a blast. What do you think about the value of college education now? And think about, you did a similar sort of thing where you did some college and then just went out and worked and just went out and did it.
Yeah, I felt that college was not necessary for what I did. I had the talent for sales, and I didn't need college for that. So it worked out for me. I don't recommend it for everybody. I think a lot of people need those 4 years to grow up. I think they need to be careful that they're not indoctrinated into things they don't want to do. But for the most part, college is a worthwhile endeavor. So it's, even today, I think it is certainly worthwhile. I think it's a bit costly now, as it wasn't so much back then, but it is certainly worthwhile for most. I do feel that the trades are very, very important, and that here in Akron, we probably are lacking more people in the trades than people in the executive suite. And to me, that's where young people, if they're wondering, can find a path for their life and be very, very successful with some college or no college, but learning the trade and becoming a master of something.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, my grandfather, your dad, was a welder.
Yes, he was.
Is that right?
That's correct.
And then, of course, your father-in-law, my grandpa Wilson, a plumber. And both right here in Akron, Ohio.
Not only right here in Akron, Ohio, but I found out later in life that the two of them were both welding for Babcock's and Wilcox boilers at the same time prior to the war. And
both of my grandfathers working together obviously did not know each other.
Of course, they didn't know each other.
And that would have been in the 50s.
That would have been in the 40s.
In the 40s.
It was before World War II. It was, and during World War II. Your grandfather Wilson went off to the Army Air Corps, and my father was too old for service, so he did welding secretly for the J-2 rocket down in Florida. Mom didn't even know he was there.
I am just now hearing that story for the first time.
Oh, I got a lot of them.
This is why we are doing this. We get a little bit of family history, a little bit of Akron history.
Right.
There's 2 Dan Moshers in one program. We could talk for hours. This could be a whole podcast.
Right.
But we don't have a whole hour. We have another guest coming up, and I'm glad you came down. And let's make this a regular thing.
I would like to do this, and I'd like to talk about the great things in Akron, because there's a lot.
All right.
And that's one of the reasons
many of the news segment has just developed. This is great. I love this. My dad came down to be a studio audience for another interview we have coming up. And I said, come on, let's do an interview. You got to be on. And there it is. Clearly a very successful pilot launch for the 2 Dan Moshers on one segment. There's a lot more to come here on AOH Primetime. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.